Good morning, student. Now, today we will see the unit number 3 of PPS. The name of the unit is Functions and Modules. So, first point is what is the need of the functions. So, function is a block of instructions that perform a specific and well defined task. So, basically, function means what? Suppose you have to be writing some code in Python, and if that code doing some particular task or some functions, so that particular 3-line code, 5-line codes, or the particular set of the instructions that are written to perform a single functions or a particular task. So these set of the instructions are called as the functions. This block can be repeatedly called by other programming instructions. Every function is specified by a name, and to use functions in a Python program, we need to be give the name to the each and every functions. So another point is that what is the reason to use the function in Python. So we'll see the one by one. Here is the number first reason. All the logically related statements can be grouped together in one entity. This makes the program easy to read, understand, and debug. So due to the all the instructions are get together, so due to this one, what will happen? The uh, we are easy to found out the errors. We are easy to debug this particular code by using these functions. Then repetition of frequently required code can be avoided by using the functions. So suppose there is a set of the instructions that are required in a number of places in a single program. So we have to be just write this particular code in a single place, and after that, whenever that particular code is required, you just call that particular functions. So that means there is no need to write each and every time that particular set of the instruction. Just you have to be call that particular function by its name. So that means here we have to be there is no need to write the each and every time the number of lines or the codes in each and every place of the programs. Once the code of the functions is written and tested, we can reuse the code. We can say that another reasons why to use the functions, reusability of the code is going to be increases due to these particular functions. It maintains the flow of the program. So the flow of the program is also going to be maintained by using these functions. Another is that in a situation where multiple calculations are needed in a program and the result of one calculation may be used in a input for another calculation, in this case program become very large. Suppose we have to be some part of the program producing some output, and these output are taken input to the some another part. So at that time, this program complexity is going to be becomes, and the program becomes the too much large or the very large, and the complications in the program is also going to be increases. But due to the this particular functioning or the functions used in the program, these due to this one, programs are divided into a number of parts. That means it can reduce the complexity of the program, it reduce the largeness of the program. So these are the some reasons. Due to these reasons, we are using the functions in your Python program. Now what are the advantages of the functions? So it is easy to combine code into a small function according to their functionalities. So as per the requirement, of that functionality of the code, we have to be add that particular code into a single place. That means for particular functionality, particular code we have to be given. So this is one of the advantages. As the use code is divided into a functions, it is easy to read, debug, test, maintain, and modify the functions individually. So as the use code is divided into a small functions, due to this, the readability of the program is going to be increases, testability of the program is increases, debugging of the program is going to be increases. So that means we can ultimately say that the performance of the whole Python program is going to be increases due to the using the functions in the code in the program. Code reusability achieved. So due to by using the functions in the program, code reusability, that means reusing of the code. That means suppose some code is going to be used in some part of the program, automatically there is no need to double writing that particular code in the program. You just call that functions, and in this way there is no need to type the same code again and again. So that means the reusability of the code is going to be increases by using the functions. This is another advantages. Length of the program is get reduced. So by using the functions, the length of the program is going to be minimized. because we have to be create some functions, and directly we are able to be call this function into the some another part of the program. There is no need to write the all the instructions that are in the particular functions. That means the length of the code is going to be a minimized. So these are the some we can say that these are the some advantages of the by using the functions. Now function definition, how we can define the function in a Python. So to define the function in a Python, we use def as a keyword. Def, this is the keyword is going to be used. After that def, here is a syntax I have to be given here. Def, function, name and the parameters. After that there is a colon, and then here is the statement. That means the which statement you have to be need to write for the doing some functions or the functionality of that particular code. So that code we have to be used here. For example, def test underscore function is the name, then there is the one parenthesis colon, here is the we need to give the indentation, and then print the function is defined here. So to define the function in a Python program, we use the keyword def, and each and every function having the its name. We need to be provide the name to the function. After that there is a parameter, and after the parameter we have to be provide the semicolon, and after semicolon we need to be provide the indentation, and then you are write the code for doing particular functionality in the that particular functions. So this is about the how to define the functions. Now here def test underscore function, after that parenthesis and the colon, this particular part is called as a function header, and then this statement, all the statement in the body of the function is called as the body of the functions. So this is how this is the way to define the functions in your program. Now function call. Function call is a statement that invoke the function. So basically what happens student, when we use the function, when we define the function in the Python program, and you write the after writing the code, when you execute that particular code, we are not able to be get the output. So to get the output of the program, you need to be call the function. So what do you mean by the function call? Function call means to invoke the functions. That means what do you mean by the invoking the functions? Invoking the functions means your execution control is reaches to that function name. So if you want to execute that particular function that is given in the program, you have to be first of all go your execution control to that particular point where your function is defined. So for going that particular execution control to the definition part of the functions, you need to be call the functions. After calling the functions at the end of the function, then only then your execution control is reaches to the body of the function, and then and only then it can execute the body of the body part of the functions. After all, they are not able to be execute that particular function. So for this purpose, function call is very much important. Now how to call the functions? So syntax is here, function underscore name, and after that there is a one parenthesis, and in that parenthesis we have to be provide the argument to the parameters. That means parameters you are use at the time of the definition of the function, and to that parameters you have to be assigning some values to that parameter, so that assigned values to the parameter are called as the argument. So in this way we have to be invoke the function or the call the functions at the end of the functions. Now here is one example is given. Likewise here def cube demo, this in the parenthesis n, after that colon, this n is a parameter, and then here is the indentation we need to be given, return n into n, that means n cube. So when you when we execute this particular part, it cannot show the output because we are not giving the n's value, because n is the only parameter or it is a variable, so we are not providing the value to the variable. So to provide the value to the variable, providing the value to the parameter, we need to be call the function. Now how we can call the function? Like see here, def cube demo n, print n into n, and cube demo into bracket 10. So 10 is the argument means it is a value to the parameter n. This is the 10 value is assigned to the parameter n. So this is called as cube demo into bracket n is called as a function call. This is the header of the this part is called as a header, and this part is called as a body of the functions. So when you execute this particular code, def cube demo n, print n is n into n, cube demo 10, output is a 1000. That means 100 into 10 into 10 into 10, it is 100. So in this way we have to be call the functions after using the functions in the program. So this is one of the example. Write a Python program to calculate the area of a circle. Here is a rectangle is not here, it is a circle. In place of rectangle, take the circle using the function. So how we write this program? Depth is a keyword, area underscore circle is the name of the function, and r is a parameter. After that there is a colon. After that indentation is need to be provided here. After that pi is a constant, that's why their value is provided 3.14. After that result is equal to pi into r. This is a formula to calculate the area of the circle. And now then print the result of circle, double quote close, comma, result. Now this is called as header of the function. This is called as the body of the function. And now we need to be call the functions. So to calling the functions, to execute this particular program, we have to be call the function. So area underscore circle, how to call the function? By using the name of the function and their parameters value or the argument. So here name of the function is area underscore circle, and parameters value 10. So when you execute this particular code, we will get the result of circle is 314.0. So in this way we have to be use the function by using the keyword depth, and we have to be call the function by using their function names, and use the parameter and use the argument value. So this is about the how to calculate the area of the circle by using the functions. Now here is a similarly another example is given here, that that program is for write a Python program to calculate the square of a given number. So to how to calculate the square of the given number? Depth square number, result is equal to number into number, print the square of number is result, output square, and then 5. So square of the result, that means 5 square, how much? It is the 25. So in this way we are getting the square of the 5 number, that is the 25, by using the functions. Another example is here, write a Python program to swap two numbers. So depth swap a comma b, these are the two numbers, these are the two parameters that you need to be swap a comma b. Print before swapping, print a is equal to a, b is equal to b, and temp is equal to a is equal to b is equal to temp. Print after swapping, print a is equal to a, print b is equal to b. Now after this we have to be see the output. Before swapping, a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20. After swapping, a is equal to 20 and b is equal to 10. So in this way we have to be write a program for the swapping purpose. Now so in this way there are the number of programs that we have to be see here. Write a Python program to check the whether the given number is even or odd, like this here, by using the functions. After that, write a Python program to test whether the year is leap year or not, by using the functions. So in this way these are the code here, and for executing this code we will see the whether the given number is given year is the leap year or not, and in the above example we see the whether the given number is even or odd by using the function. So in this way we see the number of programs for this purpose. So I think this is enough for today's lecture. In the next lecture we will see the remaining part of this particular program, of the particular chapter function.